Welcome all of you today. Today we are going to discuss the projectile motion from an inclined plane. If the particle is thrown parallel to that of the ground with a velocity u, if the inclination of the inclined plane is alpha, then this angle should be alpha as they are alternate angles. O is the point of throwing. We consider the y-axis perpendicular to that of the plane and the x-axis along the inclined plane. So, the initial velocity has two components. One is ux, that is u cos theta, alpha here, and uy equal to u sin alpha. If it is thrown, the trajectory of the particle is something looking like this. Let the particle is thrown from the point O, it reaches the capital A point, which is considered to be the point of maximum height from this inclined plane, and B is the point where it again strikes the inclined plane. Then, if I want to find out the accelerations along the x-axis, then one thing we have to consider, and you know that the acceleration due to gravity is always acting downwards. So it has two components along the x-axis and along the y-axis. If it is alpha, then this angle should be alpha, then this should be g cos alpha, and this angle should be g sin alpha. So obviously g sin alpha is along the x direction, so ax equal to g sin alpha, and ay, y component of acceleration, since it is acting along the negative y direction, so we can say it is minus of g cos alpha. If I want to find the maximum height from this expression, then we know the equation of motion Vy square equal to Ey square plus 2Ay into h, that I have written along the y-axis. So if it is, then Vy is 0 when the particle reaches the maximum height. At that time the Vy is 0. The uy is u sin alpha whole square. Ay is minus of g cos alpha into h. So from here capital H is equal to u square sin square alpha divided by 2g cos alpha. So if I want to write down its generic form, it will be uy square divided by 2 into ay. This is the value of the maximum height. After that, if I want to find what is the total time of flight, the time taken by the particle after throwing from the O and when it reaches the ground again. So if it is, we will write down the equation of motion along the y-axis. After throwing from the point O, if the particle again reaches the point B, then this is considered as the total time of flight, and when the particle is thrown from O and again it reaches B, the displacement along the y-axis will be 0. Uy is u sin alpha. Let the total time taken is capital T, that is total time of flight, plus 1 by 2 ay is minus of g cos alpha into capital T square. So from here, if I take t common, it will be u sin alpha minus of 1 by 2 into g cos alpha into capital T equal to 0. So here is two possibilities. That is capital T equal to 0. What it actually gives? It actually gives the point to the point of throwing. And from this expression we get capital T equal to 2u sin alpha divided by g cos alpha. When 2u sin alpha divided with g cos alpha, at that time the particle is at the point B. So this gives the total time of flight. If I want to find the range, that is the distance covered by particle along the inclined plane, that is OB, if I denote it by capital R, then we have to write down the equation of motion along the x-axis, and that is x equal to ux into t plus 1 by 2 into ax into t square. If I put x equal to r, then small t should be capital T, that is the total time of flight. That is 1 by 2 into ax into capital T square. So if I put the values of ux, ax, ux is u cos alpha, capital T is 2u sin alpha divided by g cos alpha, and after that 1 by 2 ax is g sin alpha, capital T is 2u sin alpha divided by g cos alpha, so this will be the expression. If I simplify this equation, what this equation gives, 2u square divided by g, if I take common from this equation, the first term will gives me the sin alpha. The second term gives me, that is the sin square alpha, sin cube alpha divided by cos alpha. So this is the expression of the range if the particle is thrown from the point 2 and it reaches the point B. Thank you.